Hey guys, Josh here. For those of you who don't know me, 3 years ago I was discarded, and now I'm happy. I don't have the narc in my life. I do have kids with her. But I wanted to share something about those of you who are trying to go no contact. The biggest thing that I've seen that holds people back is the fear of, say you get contacted, like you get a text message from your ex or the person you're trying to go no contact with, and there's this incredible desire. I don't call it a desire, it's more of a fear that if I don't respond back, you don't even, like, you can't even put words on it. Like you can't respond back, or you have to respond back because that's what you've always done. It's just, it feels so powerful, and I understand that. And I want to help you think about it a little bit differently. When you do get that text, you're trying to go no contact. Say you, first of all, try to block them, okay? Then they email you, or then they figure out another way to call you or something. Or email you. Basically, and you don't have to respond. You're trying not to respond. A lot of it is fear. And I can share with you some things that I went through in my life that you probably can relate to. Have you ever missed an exam or something when you were younger, and you woke up, like, say you slept through an exam, like you got up the next morning, the exam was at 8, and you woke up at 9, and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to fail this class, and I'm not going to get my degree. I'm going to get, penalized. My parents are going to hate me. All that money I wasted in college. I mean, those are the kind of fears that go through your head, right? Only to find out that you go in and talk to the instructor, and it's not as bad as you think. Basically, what happens is the instructor, they reschedule you, or, hey, it happens to the best of us. Or there's something that occurs after the event that you hadn't anticipated, because you thought, oh my God, if I don't do this, if I miss this, then the world's going to end. I mean, it's just that feeling of like bad things are going to happen. But guess what? You got through it, right? Something happened where either the test was, you retook the test or something. What happened, though, is in that moment of panic there was that fear that really bad things were going to happen. I mean, it feels like the world's going to end. It feels like if I don't do this, all hell is going to break loose, right? That's the feeling that we get with that text message with the narc, or when they reach out to us. Like, gosh, if I don't respond, then he's not going to like me anymore. He's going to do these things. Basically, it's all a fear play. It's all a play of just trying to get you, because they've conditioned you. So it's in so many words, what I'm trying to tell you is, the world doesn't end. What happens is the narcissist begins to lose their grip on you, and that's what you want. But I know that feeling of, like, it's that fear feeling, because you've been conditioned for so long to believe that if you don't respond to them right away, they're going to smear you, they're going to do, well, guess what? They're going to do whatever they're going to do anyways. And unless they're physically violent, it's their bite is much bigger than their bark. I'm sorry, their bark is much bigger than their bite. It's just fear. It's mind games. It's ways to make you think something really bad's going to happen if you don't answer that text. But I know a lot of you, like, for me, it's like I would feel it, and I'm like, okay, logically, why am I'm going no contact with her? And at the time I was going through my attorney, because I was going through a divorce, and I made sure that all my communication went through the attorney. But when she would text me directly, I had this incredible fear, like, And it's weird, I couldn't even put my finger on it. It was like so, it was so mind-bending. It was like so like, oh my God, if I don't respond. But after going through that several times, first of all, the more I didn't respond, the less text would come in eventually. And she got the hint that, yeah, I'm not responding. So that was one of the things that happened. The other thing that happened was I didn't get so triggered by them. But I remember at first it was really hard. It was really hard. And again, it's like she's gonna smear me and say that I don't communicate at all, that I'm not doing anything good for the kids. I mean, look, there's so many things that they do that you don't even know yet, that they make up. They lie. Or they'll take one little ounce, one little breadcrumb of some truth, and then wrap a big lie around it. So basically what I've learned is this in the last 3 years, and it's helped me with life in general, is that not everything is life and death. There's no, you're not going to die if you don't answer that text. You're not going to, like, it may feel like you're going to die. You may get that tightening in the solar plexus and think about it all day. But if you block them, that's the other thing. If you block them, you think, well, they're probably trying to text me and I blocked him and he's going to get really mad. Yeah, of course they're going to get mad. But that anger is just, it's going to dissipate. Like, they're going to either find another supply, or they're going to realize that you're not buying their bullshit anymore. So, but I know that fear, and that fear does go away. That fear, once you do it a few times, and then distract yourself, like get into these groups, like Facebook groups, and talk to people online, people that, you know, not you're going to go out and have drinks with them, but just talk to them online. You're in the same boat, and because you can't trust everybody online either, but generally you can see people, how they post, and you can research people. We'll go back and see, oh yeah, they respond to this person, they seem to be pretty consistent, and that. So, but I just wanted to give you hope that yes, you can do no contact. It does work. It works incredibly well. It gives you a barrier so that you can start healing. And you might not, you know, what I did is I ended up blocking, I ended up just kind of taking myself out of my little circle of friends because we shared the same friends. I just didn't, I just found new friends, you know. And some of those friends today are some of the best friends that I have. And you'll begin to see that a lot of the people that you thought were really good friends, they're used to you being a people pleaser, so they don't like it when you start changing and start sticking up for yourself. That's what a lot of us do. We just need to get the self-respect back. And it feels like it's never going to come back, but it does. In fact, it comes back stronger because you've faced it. You've gone through the fear. You've gone through that. Like, just, I mean, for those of you who've had like 24 hours of no contact, pat yourself on the back. For those of you that have had 30 days, you know, post in the groups. Tell other people how you did it. Tell other people how you're feeling now. You can get through this. And by the way, if you slip, if you do end up contacting back because you're, I mean, the narcissist knows so many ways. They've been doing this since they were a kid, right? This is like their pattern in life, so they're masters at it, they're experts at it. Don't try to think that you can argue back to them, because you've already kind of lost if you respond to them. Any type of attention from them is good. Negative attention is good. Good for them, not for you. You need to disengage, and you can. And it's so freeing to know that you don't have to have them in your life anymore. I know you want the good parts back without all the bullshit, but they don't work that way. Once you've had the the love bombing stage. If you get hoovered, which means they come back to you, they try to get back into your life. If you get hoovered, you might get a smidgen of that for like a day or so, of that, oh, I love you, I miss you so much. But you'll get hurt again if you just do that. A lot of you have already figured that out. Basically, and I say it all the time because it had the most impact on me when it was said to me 3 years ago. One of the girls in the support group said, you were really in love. I mean, you actually had love for this person, but you were in love with an illusion. This person wasn't real. They pretended to be real. They've been practicing how to pretend they have love, how to pretend they have empathy, how to pretend that they really do care about you. And, you know, they raise kids and go to church, and they look like everybody else, but they're different. 15% of the population is radically different. They're predators. And you can't help them. That's how they are. 99.9% of them will never change. Their brains are wired that way. It's fixed. It's like you'd have to have, I don't know, I don't think there's any operation that you could ever have, not that I know of, for these people to have an operation to change how their brains are wired. So, never going to change. So you need to go no contact. Give yourself that space. And by the way, don't try to go find somebody else to replace that, like another intimate. You'll probably end up with the same type of person, because you need to give yourself time to just find some friends that are like, find friends, not romantic friends, but just find people like in the support groups. I wouldn't rely on the other ones. They're going to get, I wouldn't rely on the friends you have now if you're going no contact, because a lot of them, like I said, are used to you being people pleasers. And, oh, they're going to want to hear everything, but then they're going to probably go tell the narcissist and maybe not support you. So, like I said, I've met some really good friends, and after the discard, after I had to go kind of meet new friends, I didn't have to though. Like I was comfortable with myself being alone, and that's a good place to be. If you enjoy being alone, not lonely, but being alone and reading books, and then going into support groups, it's a magical place to be. It really is. So I'm trying to see if I can see your comments here. Okay, it's not letting me, either I don't know what I'm doing, or okay, so anyways, I can't see your live comments on here. I don't know why, but if you leave a comment down below, I will you know, share your feelings on this so other people read it, and I'll give a shout out to you as well, so that you yeah, see, that's the thing, you're not alone. Like, yeah, I'm talking to you. Look how many other people are in these groups. Look at how many people are just watching this video. There are several people. We're not alone. You're not alone. People know what you're going through. I don't know you, but I think I kind of know what you're going through, because I've seen it so many times, the same patterns, the same type of things. And you will get better. You will get better. It's good. Life is good. I mean, I'm in a relationship now that, man, it's magic. It's easy. It's easy to be in a relationship with somebody that's a giver like yourself. You know, you have to have the same values and interests, but narcissists are takers. They take. You give and they take. And the more you give, the more they take. And then they want to take more. Oh, it's not a... I could never go back to that in a million years. The minute I see somebody's like, yeah, they're not quite the healthy relationship. See, a lot of us have to learn what a healthy relationship is like. How healthy relationships are easy. There are people that are so easy to talk to, and they listen to you, they give you respect. But see, a lot of us don't have that self-respect. I mean, from childhood or whatever, Not that there's anything wrong with us. We can work on that. We can develop it. We can change. The narcs can't. But once you get that down, and you have self-respect, you'll find other people that have the same self-respect. And it's easy. It's easy to talk to people. It's easy to find new friends because you don't need them. Have you ever had that where when you don't need something is when you get it? But when you really need something, you're desperate. People can read that and feel it around you. You have that desperation feeling. And then people either don't want to have anything to do with you, or a narc wants to take advantage of that. Oh, this person's vulnerable, desperate. Time for me to go in and abuse. I mean, I don't think that, but that's what they do. So that's why I say take the time, learn on self-love, which comes with self-respect. And then you feel like you got the world by the whatever, okay? You'll feel so good about yourself that you don't need anybody. Oh, and then, by the way, somebody comes along. But for me, I didn't start dating right away or anything. I started making new friends, use these support groups a lot online, and then started meeting new friends in the real world. And it's easy. It's easy. Friendship should be easy. Love should be easy. They say love is hard and everything. There are some times when your expectations of somebody are there. You shouldn't expect somebody else to make you happy. That's the biggest thing. But if you're happy with yourself and you get into a relationship with somebody, then if the person acts weird or whatever, then you're going to realize, well, look, I was happy without them. I'm happy with myself as I am, so maybe I need to terminate this relationship. So if it's with a narcissist, for sure, do that. And you know by now, if you're in these groups and you're watching this, you know by now that that person is probably